Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project's Magnetic Reversal News, Sacred Geography, and Shinrin Yoku, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Tuesday, May 16th, around 8:30 p.m. Mountain Time 2023. A near X-flare kicked off earlier today, M9.6, from an active region that is about to turn around the limb. Plus, we have smoke from the Canadian wildfires making its way into the northern U.S. over the next few days. But the big story, pneumonia front will bring a sudden chill to Chi-Town. Keep calm. It's boom time. A pneumonia front will bring a sudden chill to Chicago. Here's what that is. Temperatures could plummet 20 degrees in a matter of minutes in both the Windy City and Milwaukee as well. A weather model simulation here of how much the temperature could fall during the 3-hour window, 25 to 26 degrees. That is a pneumonia front. A bizarre localized cold front known as a pneumonia front is set to swing down on the shores of Lake Michigan late Tuesday, bringing an abrupt drop in temperatures and a cool breeze that will spell the end to a recent spate of summertime warmth. Fascinating. Severe thunderstorms bring hail and strong winds to parts of metro Atlanta today, and people are stranded, and a road was closed by, some Mount St. Helens volcanic debris from 1980 that are moving down its flank. Let's take a look.
A debris flow around Washington State's Mount St. Helens has destroyed a bridge, covered a roadway, cut off access to a scientific observatory, and reportedly left multiple people stranded. And get this, the mud and debris is left over from the huge eruption of Mount St. Helens back in 1980. So experts say the event might be related to several weeks of warm weather. According to the Kings County Sheriff, 12 people and a dog were airlifted from the area. Now, parts of the impacted road and the Johnston Ridge Observatory are still closed.
And we do have a severe weather and flooding threat tonight, so let's take a look at this quick snippet here.
Along with a chance for some flooding. So it's where you see this orange and red color on the map. So eastern Kentucky, kind of northeastern Tennessee, western parts of Virginia, southern West Virginia. Number one threat's going to be for straight line damaging wind. And again, the storms will happen generally late afternoon through the evening. Could see some storms with some hail. We also could see a couple of tornadoes. But honestly, I'm a little bit more concerned about the flooding, because this is a part of the country that floods really easily. I worked as a local meteorologist in West Virginia for a while, so I've seen these situations. Sometimes it really doesn't take a lot of rain. There are some isolated spots, I think, here that could see over 2 inches of rain when all is said and done. The severe threat's going to go down with the storms as they progress toward the southeast. We'll get some overnight storms from Raleigh down towards Charlotte into Atlanta. They'll likely just be kind of loud storms, maybe a little bit gusty, but again, you look at the rain totals that we're forecasting here, and in general, we're talking like a half an inch to an inch. But again, it's going to be those isolated spots where maybe you get rained on a couple of times in a row, where you see over 2 inches of rain. A lot of valleys in there, kind of intertwined between that terrain. So just be on high alert for that.
So we're going to have a flood threat in those regions overnight into the early morning hours in the Central Appalachians here as those storms move east. Here's the full forecast. Severe storms in Ohio Valley and the Mid-Atlantic, persistent unseasonable western heat. A strong front and ample moisture will lead to severe thunderstorms with damaging winds, large hail, and a few tornadoes, and locally heavy rain for parts of the Ohio Valley and Mid-Atlantic. Locally heavy showers and thunderstorms also possible along the Gulf Coast, southwest and northwest as well. Much above normal temperatures continue in the west, especially in the northwest. Let's take a look at the forecast. Here is your Wednesday through Thursday, and you're going to see a winter weather, a winter storm develop in BC and Alberta starting here. Watch this. Here is Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Here's the weekend. And then on Monday, things start to develop up in BC and Alberta. And there will be some winter weather and some snow falling by Tuesday, May 23rd. Take a look at that. Heavy snow, in fact, for the region as the system bombs out here early next week. What a tweak. Take a look at some of those totals on the GFS model. That's going to be falling May 22nd, 23rd, and the 24th. Yeah, up to 16 inches. And some of this precipitation and moisture is going to help quench the fires that are happening up in Canada, which are looking redonkulous. Here is the forecast for the 16th and then the 17th, the smoke forecast, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 10 a.m. for the 17th. Snow on the 17th is going to be moving into North Dakota and Montana, down to South Dakota, and towards Denver by the 18th. Take a look at this smoke coming down. Now, it's not the United States that really has to worry about this smoke. Take a look at Edmonton and Calgary are going to be choked out from this event. Calgary is already experiencing conditions. We've been tweeting about it all day. But Edmonton's going to get it as well. And this will continue as the smoke. Look at how thick that is. This is on the 18th. It's going to be making it to Edmonton. That is crazy. Yeah. So, heads up if you're in these regions. And, you know, if you can get out of the area, if you're in areas with this dark brown, that's going to be very bad for your health, especially if you have respiratory problems or asthma. Meadow Lake, Cold Lake, these areas are getting crushed with smoke from these wildfires. La Ronge here, Prince Albert, Saskatoon, North Battleford. Wow, hearts and prayers go out to you. Take a look at High Prairie, literally getting choked out. Grand Prairie as well. Now, take a look at this massive landslide that is blocking the highway in India. I saw this video about 24 hours ago. It is completely insane.
A debris flow around Washington.
Yeah, so landslides are becoming more prevalent because of climate change, when actually you get landslides because of cold weather and frost wedging. But I do digress. Shut up, Al. Get in your hole. Seismic update. No quakes of note. Some interesting quakes to talk about here. North of Svalbard, 5.3 happening at the mid-ocean ridge. We had a rumbler of 5 magnitude here in Mexico at 10 kilometers. I'm sure that was felt by many, many people. Overall, all quiet is on the Western Front. Worldwide volcano news update. Fuego, Reventador, Sabancaya. Well, all the volcanoes are acting normal. Nothing is out of the ordinary, which is good news that we don't have to report on. Well, boom time on the sun. M9.6 solar flare on the southeast limb earlier today. R2 moderate radio blackout in association with the flare that happened on the backside of the sun. No CME was produced. A near X flare, M9.6, was just observed. No, it wasn't just observed. There it is. And we're going to be waiting for that sunspot. Let's take a look at the latest HMI intensity. And there's not, oh, there it is. Just peeking its way around the limb. There she blows. IS was showing nothing, so there was no coronal mass ejection from the event, but almost an X0 or 1 coming from the sun. Now, Betelgeuse is brightening again after it dimmed, and it raises hopes for a supernova spectacle. This is fascinating. Betelgeuse, the red star at the shoulder of the constellation Orion, has been acting strange and raising hopes for a spectacle of a lifetime. Despite fervent wishes of astronomers, it's vanishingly unlikely that anyone alive today will get to see Betelgeuse's big boom, but there is still a possibility, 5%. Based on the star's brightness, color, size, and estimated age, scientists believe Betelgeuse is in the early process of fusion helium into carbon. And that's gobbledygook, but we do digress. Scientists claim that Betelgeuse will explode soon, but soon is something within the next 10,000 to 100,000 years, according to Jared Goldberg, an astrophysicist at the Flatiron Institute in New York City. I'm not going to bet my career on Betelgeuse exploding right now, but maybe you will. When the day comes, however, it will be astonishing. The supernova's first harbinger would be subtle but unmistakable. A flood of ghostly neutrinos emitted during the star's collapse that would suddenly wash over Earth, lighting up detectors around the globe. Shortly thereafter, as high-energy photons burrowed out from the dense, expanding cloud of stellar debris, the real fireworks would begin. What we would see is Betelgeuse getting bright, really bright, like 10,000, maybe 100,000 times brighter than it normally is. That's amazing. And this would happen on a time scale of just a week, according to Goldberg. Depending on exactly how powerful the supernova explosion turns out to be, the supernova remnant could become perhaps 1/4 or even half as bright as the full moon. And that's a full moon boom, or a Betelgeuse supernova boom, however you look at it. And this would all be concentrated in a single point of light, sufficiently luminous to be visible during the day and to cast stark shadows in the evening. That would definitely drive people crazy. And so will the CRISPR sausages that got FDA green light for consumption. The first of its kind approval could change how we are being genetically modified from the food we eat. Now, the FDA has given Washington State University researchers the green light to feed 5 gene-edited pigs to people. And that is disgusting. Have you heard the news? Breaking, according to the Durham report released yesterday, the plan by Hillary Clinton to create a false story linking Donald Trump to Russia, you know, the whole Russiagate, Russia collusion, blah, 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 years of it. Well, the whole fake story was briefed in August of 2016 by CIA Director John Brennan to President Obama, Vice President Biden, AG Loretta Lynch, and FBI Director Scummy Comey. Can you believe what's happening before your very lives? The entire CIA and FBI is corrupt and working for the Democrat Party. Absolute tyrants. And this really works me up sometimes. And when I want to relax, I like a little 528 hertz, the love frequency, to manifest love. It's the miracle tone. And I want to link you below to what I listen to. Here's an 8-hour track of that very frequency. Manifest your destiny, or just get a really good night's sleep. All the links will be below, and that's a boom to knowledge. Please share this video. We are shadow banned, and we need your help to grow the channel. Become a Patreon, support the work we do. Give us a thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm, and be safe. We love you, and that's a boom.